everybody. This is your boy Daryl Triplett, aka, of course, as you guys know me as Officer Keep It Real. We're here with a very special guest, Mr. Rob Schwartz. And without any further hesitation or reservation, here we go. Rob D. Schwartz, a titan in the realm of music and entertainment. As the co-founder and chief music officer at Act One Studio, he's orchestrated the transformation of a massive 550,000 square foot mall in the beautiful city of Atlantic City into a groundbreaking music incubator for film production powerhouses. His influences extend far beyond physical space. As the owner of Who's Mag Multimedia, he's curated over 1,000 artists, including Grammy award-winning projects. With a career spanning from Wall Street to Hollywood, Rob's journey is a testament of his relentless passion and pioneering spirit. From groundbreaking television like Who Mag TV to innovative ventures in NFTs, Rob's impact on the industry is undeniable. As a motivational speaker and a mentor, he's dedicated to empowering the next generation of talent and giving back to his community. Get ready to be inspired by the unstoppable force that Rob D. Schwartz possess. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Rob D. Schwartz to the show. Rob, did I do that thing or not?
I love it. Great job, Darren. Great job, man. That was amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm blushing.
Man.
It could be the coffee, but I'm blushing.
Hey, well, you know, when you're a trailblazer, you're just a trailblazer, brother. And man, I know just a little backstory about Rob, Dave, and I. We met a few years back, actually, and I mean, man, you've done some leaps and bounds since I last talked to you.
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of years, man.
Yeah. So, well, you know, we have a couple questions for you, and I'm sure it's going to be stuff that a lot of people want to know because you do so much. Can you share with the listeners of the show the journey and the transformation of transforming Act One Studio into South Jersey's largest movie and music complex, and what inspired you? What drove visitors expect from this space, this dramatic space?
So ACX1 Studios, Atlantic City. The one is because our address is One Atlantic Ocean. We have an iconic address, so we kept it in our name. So initially, I mean, I've been building Who Mag pretty much my entire life, not over 20 something years. I became a songwriter after I graduated college. I was at Polygram Records after that, and then the songwriter didn't work out. I got into Wall Street, and while I was there, I missed the music industry, and that's how I started Who Mag, which was over 20 years ago. With that, we did. What do I have here? I put out the first DVD ever to break into Blockbuster, and first hip hop DVD ever to break into Blockbuster and Netflix. From there, wow. Yeah, actually, it's right here. I see it. I see it with the sticker. Just so you know, I'm not talking stuff. There's the actual Blockbuster sticker.
Whoa!
It was in special interest because there was no music department when it came out. And then this is when Netflix was mail-in Netflix before it was the Netflix that we know. So and that got really big. We started over, and I turned to a TV show in 2007. We started overseas in Europe, 120 million households on Sky TV. And then from there, I ended up leaving the day job. I was working on Wall Street. I ended up quitting that whole industry altogether to do a hip hop TV show. And everyone thought I was crazy, but
wow.
Yeah. After spending
you left Wall Street.
Yeah, do a
hip hop to pursue your dreams.
Yep. Crazy, right?
Oh my God. I mean, how much kahunas did that take? Because
everyone was yelling at me. Everyone was like, don't do it. Like, you can't, And I'm like, well, I have to because I got to follow my heart is, man. To me, it's like going to a job, working 12 hours a day for people I don't like, being surrounded by negative energy all day.
Right.
I'm not a money-driven person,
Right.
I learned how to make residual income streams. I learned that from the finance world. So It definitely was worth me doing that, because I learned a lot from that industry. But
so the ride with Wall Street sort of prepped you for this.
I think it made me stand out because while most of the people I know in this music industry is all music industry, I also have 10 years in finance. So, which is structure. To me, it's more of like, if you're on time, you're late. If
Right.
you're, these people's time is important, it's valuable, and how to talk to respect people, how to work as a team,
That's right.
how to keep clients. Because like at Merrill Lynch, like I had like $1 million clients with me. Like DuPont Paint was my client, Chrysler was my client. So I had some. So if I lost Chrysler or DuPont, like I don't know what would happen. You know what I'm saying?
You'd be history is what would happen.
So I learned how to manage clients pretty well too, and I transformed into the music world with my distribution. I have 1,000 artists signed to our distribution, but I treat every artist like they're Chrysler to me, or like DuPont, because to me it's like it's respect. So the financial world definitely did help mold the person that I am, and make me stand out from other people in this industry, because I do know how to talk to people, and I do look at things differently. Like I've been in music my entire life. I love music. There's and all I wanted to do in my entire life was be involved in music. So that's why when I started the finance job, it took me 3 months to realize, I needed to get back into the music, which was started with the website. But then going back into your question, how did it evolve to ACX1 Studios? So the TV show was doing really well. Everything was doing well. I left the industry. My music distribution company was getting bigger and bigger at that time. COVID hit, and I actually did really well during COVID because I built up the residual income streams enough. So one of my friends who had a label through me, he does real estate, and he kept trying to get me to move Humag into this building, the Pier. To me, it's like my studio was 15 minutes from my house in Blackwood. Atlantic City is an hour away. Like, why would I go an hour to be into an empty mall and sit there, So he said, "Oh, I'll give you all this space." I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't need all that space. Like, I know what I need to do, and I'm good. I've been, my best friend from high school, Mr. Mig. We've been working together for 14 years in the studio. So finally, it's just I kept going back and forth, thinking, man, I would love to be here. It just doesn't make sense. Two of my friends I've done movies with for a long time, Roy and Joe, they were in the process of getting a movie house film lot in South Jersey with our other partner Dom and Gia, and they were about to get it, and they were waiting I think 9 months, and the deal fell apart last minute. They brought the money in escrow. Just whatever happened, but it didn't go through. They were pretty depressed about it, and I said, I got the spot in Atlantic City. This is actually way bigger, way better.
Yeah,
and we can do this together. So they came over and saw it. Everyone fell in love with it, and next thing you know is we got the initial investment up to get in, and we've been here since August, and we have a great team. There's 7 of us all together. I brought in one of my friends, Kwasi, brought in Kofi, who's now partners with us. Chris is real estate, still with us. Don, Roy, Joe, Gia. So there's 7 of us all together, and it's like we're here. And the thing about it is we have the most iconic building in Atlantic City.
Wow.
And it's massive. It was a 4-story mall, 550,000 square feet. But this is how we dress to work. We're guys, we're regular people. We're not we're not trying to be something that we're not. We're all very relatable. We're easy to talk to. We go to the local bars, we go to the local restaurants and eat. We're not bougie people. We're just regular guys who we're just.
Right.
And that's the one thing about it is I've known like Roy and Joe I've known since 2007, and Chris I've known since 2012. Dom I know from a few years. We all like have history together. So I'll just. So it's definitely a reality show in here. A bunch of guys running a building, but it's a lot of fun. Like
Is that the video? So when I was doing my research on your project, is that the video that I seen where you guys were going through the building and you guys were in the kitchen area there?
That was probably CBS, right?
Yes.
Yep. There's some of my partners there, and there's one on Fox. Fox came here, did something. MSN did something on us. Like, all the local ones did something on us too, which is great. So yeah.
I mean, that's a big accomplishment, and as the CEO and founder of Humag Distribution, you've built a platform supporting thousands of artists. What led you to establish this innovative venture, and how do you envision its shape in the future of music distribution?
Well, the funny thing is, like, I've always had my TV shows, Humag TV, DMTV, and Video Vision. I have 3 music TV networks. I used to do music video promo, as well as the songwriting. I wrote for the Force MDs. I wrote for some of the artists that were Babyface back in the day. Wow. Like we had a music studio. Like, I'm involved in all aspects, but my biggest thing I do is I love speaking I spoke in Barcelona, I spoke in London, I spoke in Italy, Rome, I spoke in South Korea about the music industry, Toronto. I'll be back in Toronto 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks for
Okay.
Canadian Music Week. So I'm big on the educational aspect because I never had any money in this industry. I didn't have any contacts. I literally did everything on my own because I just don't understand the word no. I just figured it out. And I literally just built everything, you know. So to me, it's like it's kind of like so the distribution became bigger and bigger. And I was kind of doing all these stuff already. I'm trying to build the largest incubator in the East Coast. That's the goal. And we're starting with Atlantic City because we have all these casinos, all these bars. Every major artist comes to Atlantic City to perform. I mean, Kelly Clarkson was here a couple of days ago. We have, who was just here? 50 Cent was just here. Rick Ross was just here with Jeezy and Remy Ma. You have Snoop Dogg coming. Motley Crue was just here. Like everyone comes. Like, it's New Year's. You had Pitbull and Marshmello the same day. So like the thing is, like, there's so much. Everyone comes here, but no one stays. So the industry, there's no industry here. So like, let's build an industry. So while I've done all these, you know, the thing is, I've done all the stuff with our little spot in Blackwood, but now I have the place actually to facilitate everything that I do. So with the incubator, we have the first FM radio station. We're on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Right now it's online. We're about to get the FCC license. And we're the only one on the boardwalk. So the thing is, yeah, it's 98.5 The Splash FM. Dan Matthews and Henry Vargas are the two that are running that with me. The three of us are put together, but Dan Matthews is the program director, and he's doing an amazing job. It's live now. It's live playing throughout our building as we speak. We have the music studios. We have, which is Opulent Studios with Terrence and Trax. And Trax did the Greatest American Showman soundtrack. He did Black Panther 2. He also did... he won Atlanta Producer of the Year 2 years in a row. So now he has a studio here. We have, so the thing about it is they're tenants. Like, you know, they're a self-sustained. My thing is I'm not trying to run a studio. I'm not trying to run a radio station. I'm trying to bring in people that do it and be part of this incubator. We can send them clients all day and everyone can feed off each other. But the ACX 101s is my big thing, which is the educational weekly classes. So we're going to bring in members of the head people of the Grammys, from MLC, from Spotify. Like we already had these people lined up, and major labels from Sony Publishing to Centric Publishing, to whoever it is. Like they're going to come in and speak to our upcoming artists. We Stockton's down the street, Stockton University. So we work with the universities to help build a music educational platform inside of our incubator. So back to the distribution. I mean, I've done distribution since I was at a college at Polygram Records, where I was put out Jay-Z's first record, Blase Blase, Jerry the Damager, Dougie Fresh, Group Home, Gangster stuff back in the 90s. So I was at college. Like I learned how to do that. So from there, I just always loved the distribution. It was all physical. Now it's a completely different world. But you know, one of the first records I put out was Just Dice and KRS-One, which helped secure my situation, and that was a major record. You know, 14 years ago, the KRS-One Just Dice EP was a big record for us, and and from there, the distribution was never meant to be a full-time situation. To me, I had this situation with Sony Orchard. And I was just hooking up my friends. Like, hey, I got this situation. I was just talking to my friends. Like, even now, you won't see advertisements running for the distribution. There's nowhere. You won't find it because we don't look at it. It's not like a DistroKid, TuneCore, CD Baby, or anyone can get on. I'm very selective. It's like it goes back to the fraternity house, even the hip hop mentality where it's all about the cosign. Someone has to bring you in. So to me, we only take people that were referred by someone else. And now we have 1,000 artists just off of referrals only. And thing about it, I know every one of my artists, or if now I know the labels, you know, that have the artists. I talk to them daily, all day. I talk to the artists all day. They have all my personal cell phone number. We do a lot of different things that most distributions don't do, like our Distro Fest, our own music festival, and stuff like that. I know we're getting to that later, but we do a lot of cool stuff like that too, which no one else does. Because to me, and when you come to a HUMAG event, a Rob Schwartz event, an ACX1 event, ACX1 music event, you'll see all of the artists get to know each other. It's like a family cookout. Everyone's friends. Everyone hangs out. It's just like you come here, like if you don't know anybody before you leave, you'll know everybody. And next thing you know is you already have studio sessions booked or a tour booked with somebody else you just met, because that's how open armed my artists are. And that's why and that's why like I do it the way I do it. And that's what makes it so different is like, you know, even now with the ACX1 studios, the ACX1 music department, the goal is to bring that synergy here into Atlantic City, and let's do something cool together. Let's break boundaries. I mean, if we're gonna break in the music industry, people say, "Oh, go to New York, go to Atlanta, go to LA." But what do? You go to New York now. What do you do? Okay, you're in New York now. What do you do? You can't just walk into Sony Records. You can't just do stuff. But we're trying to build a place where people can actually walk in, learn, build, get around the right people. And, we have our own radio station. I mean, come on, man. We have our own promo situation. We have TVs running throughout our building. We can play our own music videos. I own 3 music TV networks. We can break our own stuff too. So we're just trying to do something really cool and something different over here.
Well, that's crazy, because especially when you talk about the educational aspect of educating these young artists, and maybe not even so young artists, at your facility, just that incubator that you're building for them is incredible. And frankly, I don't know of anybody who's doing it to this scale.
Yeah.
To be told,
I've seen other incubators.
I don't know anybody else.
I always gotta give shouts to my man Scott Fetters. Has something called 2112 in Chicago, which I think is the dopest incubator thing I've seen. So we're actually working together, because he is building like 6 other incubators, so we can start, working together. Like, let's have our artists send your artists to Atlantic City, let them perform on our stages. We have a stage that holds 3,000 people in our building. Plus we have one in the front that holds a few hundred. So let's just figure out, maybe we can start setting tours up together and stuff like that, But think about it, even like Atlantic City, when other studios are opening, I have a meeting today with someone else who has a music studio in Atlantic City. To me, it's like, the more the merrier. Even like, because the thing about it too is like with the film industry, like the big thing about Jersey is we have the highest tax credit in the United States. Everything's coming to New Jersey. I was hanging with a guy yesterday, who I met the day before, and I can't say the name, but they're doing an $80 million Netflix TV series right now as we speak this week. The Walking Dead moved from Atlanta to Jersey. Rick and Michonne and Negan and Maggie were both shot in Jersey. My friend's the head of security for that one. Everything. Oppenheimer was shot in Jersey. Mean Girl, the new Mean Girls was Jersey. Everything's in Jersey now because of our tax credits.
Right.
And that's the reason why we got this building, because we wanted, everything's like Netflix and Lionsgate are moving to North Jersey. They're still not even set up yet. It's going to take them a while. We're already up and running. No one else is in South Jersey. Right. So, and we heard rumors these other big ones are coming. We know they're coming. It's fine, because to us, it's like the more the merrier, because then people know this is the place to go.
This is the place to go. Right.
And some people the other place may be better for them, but after they start shooting there and be like, well, we need this scene. Oh, they had that over there in Atlantic City. Let's go over here.
Right.
And as long as it's in South Jersey, you get the 35%. North Jersey's 30%. So we keep it in South Jersey. So the more the merrier.
What is that rate as far as percentage wise to other cities? Do you know by any chance, as far as the 35% in where you guys are at versus others? Is it about the highest, or? Yeah,
we have the highest in the U.S., but there's also an additional 2% diversity clause. So if you have a certain amount of minorities and women on your cast and crew, you also get an additional 2%. So it actually goes up to 37%. Wow. Most are 20 to 25. Some don't have any. It depends what it is. But the thing about it is, this is how the city sees it. Like, a movie comes in here, when they get the tax credit, we have to order from local restaurants, local gas stations. Right. We're bringing money into the economy. So they love it. Plus, now you see, like, Oppenheimer was shot in Princeton, and the Joker was huge for Jersey, because Joker 2 is being, I think, filmed right now. Matter of fact, Timothy Chalamet, we just did a movie last week in Cape May, a town over. Okay. So he's doing the Bob Dylan movie. He's playing Bob Dylan. So they just shot that over here. So everything's coming, man, and it's great to be. This is like the new Hollywood. This is the new East Coast to Hollywood, because all the stars are coming. And the thing was, everyone was going north. Now north is a 30%. We're 30. South Jersey's 35. Everyone's going north because it's so close to New York. But you don't realize that 5% is a lot of money. And South Jersey,
a lot of money when you're talking millions.
We're 2 hours away from New York, so it's still close. But plus, not even that. Food's so much cheaper here. Hotels are so much cheaper here. Everything's so much cheaper here. It's not even the extra 5%. But like, North Jersey's expensive. South Jersey's not as expensive, and it's more wide open. And like Shyamalan did every single movie in Philadelphia until Knock at the Cabin. The last one he shot in Jersey because of the tax credits. Shot in the woods. So that was shot like 25 minutes from here. So you can shoot in the woods 25 minutes here. Right now we're on the beach. We're over the ocean. We have a mall. We have all these tours. We have concert halls. We can film whatever we want to film. Boardwalk halls across the street. We have a great relationship with them that holds 15,000 people for concerts.
And let me tell you something. I want to tell you something that about a month and a half ago, and I've known Rob and Dave for a few years now, but what's crazy is that one of your tenants in the building there is the Laugh House. And I was invited to the Laugh House, and I do stand-up comedy and stuff like that, and I was invited to perform there. and under the Kenan Thompson Presents thing. And what's crazy is I've never been to Atlantic City before, and I'm having trouble finding this place. Right, I'm going like, where the hell is the Laugh House at? You know, and I'm going and going and going, and I try to find it, and I go through Caesar's Palace, and then I'm asking everybody in Caesar's Palace, I'm going, where's the Laugh House at? And they're saying, well, we don't know. We've never heard of the Laugh House, right? And I'm going, oh my God. I said, well, where's Act One Studio at? Oh, Act One. That's go out the back doors and then go up the boardwalk to the left. So what was crazy is, so I go out the back door, I bust the left, and I'm walking up the sidewalk there. And of course, I see the big sign, Act One Studio. But never in my freaking wildest dreams did I think Rob owned the damn place. Man. I never believed that. So I went on and I performed, and we had a great session. We had, and I seen, you have a lot of expensive and good movie equipment in there. These guys did a top tier freaking job when it comes to filming. And I haven't seen the production of it yet. I haven't seen my actual act that I've done yet, but I'm sure, I mean, it had to be at least $500,000 worth of equipment there, just filming the actual comedy show. So to me, that was very impressive. But the disconnect was I never thought that I never knew you even owned it. And here I'm just parlaying around your damn building like I own the place. It's just crazy.
Hey, you should have told me. We're upstairs hanging out in my office afterwards. We're all here till like 5, 6 in the morning. But we have the 16 camera switcher, so we do live edits. And I gotta give credit to, I got one of the best film teams that I know, Roy and Joe. So they were handling that. So it looks amazing. The footage looks amazing. I know Mr. Rod has it, but we looked at it like, wow. So yeah, it's.
Did you see my act on there?
I just skimmed through it. I just saw little clips of it and went upstairs and had myself a drink.
It was either that good or that bad.
It was good. It was good, bro. Everything came out good. So I know Mr. Rod has a release strategy coming up. The Laugh House should be opening soon. I think he's coming in today. They're finishing up his location to be open. We were doing his shows in the back atrium until his place is open. So we're real excited about Mr. Rod. But the Laugh House is a legendary spot. And it's
let me tell you something. When I thought that we were going to be in a regular comedy club, and that atrium there is so huge and beautiful. Now, it was nighttime when I was there, so I didn't get a chance to see. I seen from the pictures that you can out the back. It sits right by the ocean out there.
We're over the ocean.
Over the ocean, yeah.
Completely over the ocean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, literally, the whole building is over the ocean, and it's an absolute beautiful building.
Oh man, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock when that sun sets, and the whole sky turns orange, bro. We have the best view.
Wow.
And the thing about it, again, everyone's on the other side of the boardwalk. Someone's like, oh, we got a great view, but you don't have our view. Because they have to look over the beach to look over the ocean to see it. We literally have to look. We have to look down and backwards. That's how.
So let me ask you one question, Rob. In your facility, is there a hotel in there, or no? It's just okay.
It was a 4-story mall that we converted into a film lot, music incubator. We have esports coming, and entertainment pier. So most people know that we have 3 floors. Not everyone knows we have a private hidden 4th floor, which is where the VIP bar is and the VIP lounge, the wedding venue, and our offices. I'm on the 4th floor right now.
Okay.
So if you look at the pictures, you can see a little up top. In the back, you see a 4th floor, but it's not open to the public. So now it's all stores, restaurants. It was a mall.
Right.
So it's we're not allowed to have hotels in here because it's a different license, different situation.
Right.
But we have one of the most iconic buildings. I don't know if you've seen Boardwalk Empire. I think it was the 1st or 2nd episode when Nookie gets that main girl's husband killed, and they go fishing and they pull him off the pier. They mention the pier. That's our building, because we were known as we were known as the Fisherman Pier. It was called the $1 Million Mall at one point, Ocean One Mall. This building is about 100 years old. I think maybe over 100, about 100. And it's been rebuilt a couple of times. They spent, I want to say, $2.6 billion re-updating it about 15 years ago. So it's beautiful. And our building is beautiful all around. It's just like,
I can attest to that. I've seen it. I want to talk about Distro Feast,
best.
and it's a play music conference that's become a significant event in the industry. What motivated you to create these platforms, and what sets them apart from other music fests?
Okay, so there's two separate things. There's Distro Fest and then Play Music Conference. The idea I had, so I did something, and a lot of people weren't too happy with me, but I did an event. I actually had one of my friends actually killed himself during COVID from depression, and other artists that passed away from COVID as well too. And my thing is, I'm big on like, make sure everyone's good. Like I'm big on depression, make sure everyone's okay. So I actually called all my artists during that time. I have a lot of artists. I called every artist, making sure, hey, just checking up on you, making sure that you're good. Um, during this time, what could we do to help? And everyone just missed performance. We just want to perform, man. We can't go outside. We can't do this and this. So I did an event. I did a mischief night event. So it was obviously during Halloween time, during that COVID, the first time of COVID. And everyone told me not to do it because of COVID. But to me, I was like extra careful. We did it outside. We double covered the microphones. Everything was wiped down. I just wanted to make sure. Because to me, it was the depression was a big thing for a lot of these artists. Let's get people, let's give some people something to do. So we did that, and it was extremely successful. It was just amazing. Everyone had such a great time to be out again. People came out to see live music again. We did at a brewery, Mount Laurel, about the Hops Brewery. Shout out to them for letting us use their place. And I did a lot of shows before this. I always did shows. I was known for having shows, and I'm known for my birthday parties. I do like these legendary birthday parties where 300-400 people will come. It'll be all just celebrities, all old school hip hop rappers and R&B. And I can't sing or rap to save my life, but I go on stage with them and we rap my favorite songs, like if it was Master Ace, if it was like a Nucleus or Just Ice or Dinko D or Force MD or Force or I don't know, man. DJ Too Tough, Ready Red from the Ghetto Boys. Like, we just go in there and have fun. T-Ski Valley. You just have fun. That's what we do. So anyway, my artists were kept coming to me, hey Rob, how are we getting these Rolling Loud concerts? How are we getting these big concerts and festivals? And I'm like, listen, I know some of the guys over there. Like you just can't. You have to have the budget and the views. If you don't have it, and no offense, but some of you guys just don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I was asked that. That was one of the questions I was getting asked the most, is how to get on these festivals. So you know what? I'm just going to do my own festival. So I came up with the idea for Distro Fest. And the thing about it, why my artists can't get on their festivals, well, their artists can't get on my festivals. My festival is called Distro Fest because it's only my distribution artists. Only. That's it. So all we did was put a showcase of our distro. And when I say it was a lot of people, there's the poster right there. I don't know if you can see the one in the middle.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
It's a lot of people. We had like 80 performers. We had some big names. This festival, we had like CNC Music Factory, Raz B, members of Suicidal Tendencies, a little of everything. We had a surprise performance from Raheem the Rugged Child. We had David Oda, who's running for mayor of Philadelphia, came out to support us. So that's how it started. To me, it was just like, all right, let's just do something to help people out. And everyone had we had a couple great sponsors. We had a huge stage, massive stage in the middle of the woods, and it was just amazing. Except it was like 105 degrees that day. That's what kind of hurt us, but it could have been worse.
Stay hydrated.
So that was this. So then what happened was with Distro Fest 1. Now I speak a lot of conferences, so my thing was like, and it was over. Everyone kept saying, "My God, that was the best time ever. What's the best time ever? When's the next one? When's the next one?" And I'm like, yo, man, you have no idea how much that took out of me. So I was like, I reevaluated. I said, well, what's missing here? What am I missing with Distro Fest? I said, you know what? I'm missing the educational aspect. So that way they don't ask me what's next. They know what's next. So I'm contemplating this. My friend Brian hit me up and said, hey, I'm thinking, because we did something. He was part of a Millennium Music Conference in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and they just ended. He's like, hey, let's just, I'm thinking about doing a conference. Let's do a conference together. So like, all right, yeah, I got this. Let's do it. So we did me, him, and Jim Legrado formed Play Music Conference in Philly. It was the first music conference in Philly in over 20 years. And it was amazing. It was amazing, man. It was a 3-day event. 80 speakers, 50 performers. Wow. It was just insane. It was incredible. So as that's going on, I'm in the process of closing this building in Atlantic City. So Distro Fest 2, we did in December here in Atlantic City. Part of it was like, no, I'm going to put my own conference, I'm going to put the educational aspect as well, because I always wanted to bring the educational aspect to DistroFest. So while DistroFest 1 was his festival, DistroFest 2 was festival and conference. And we had people fly from all over the world. We had people from Sweden, people from France. We had a lot of people from Toronto that flew in. We had people from all over the US come here to speak, to perform. And it was just insane. So I was talking to my partners yesterday about doing the Play Music Conference, where for the next one. It's a little tricky now because I'm here. So we're figuring out the strategies how to make Play work. But we are going to do DistroFest 3. And while DistroFest 1 had one component, DistroFest 2 had the two components. DistroFest 3 is going to have three components. And we're not releasing what the third one is yet. But so that's what it is, man. It's really just trying to do something good for our artists. It's not all my artists, they perform for free. I don't charge people. I don't do the pay-for-play stuff. You know, we had some great sponsors, which is great. But my thing is like, it's a thank you for those artists that signed to my distribution, that's supporting me. I support them to show them like, hey, we are different. We actually care about you.
Absolutely.
Let's do something cool together. And that's DistroFest.
So Chi-Town Films.
Shaytown.
Yeah. In Music Sub. You made a mark in did I pronounce that right?
Music Soups, like supervisors.
Oh, Music Soups. Yes. Yeah. You've made a mark in both the film and production and music as music supervision. Mm-hmm. How do you venture the components of HUMAC, Multimedia, iThing TV, and Video Vision all together? And how do they all merge together?
That's a great question. So Shaytown Films, I'm from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. We used to call it Shaytown.
Okay.
Like Chi-Town, Chicago, we call it Cherry Hill, Shaytown. See me with some of my friends. That's where Shaytown came from.
Okay.
So I've always done, I accidentally got into the film world. I never planned on it, never went to school for it. I started back putting this DVD out. And again, going back to this DVD. The next thing you know, it's just me interviewing celebrities. And it turned into a part where I was such a big hip hop head. I said, I want to do a hip hop documentary. I already have the interviews. I taught myself how to film, how to edit. And my first movie I ever did actually won the Pocono Film Festival for Best Documentary.
Oh, wow.
That's my HUMAC hip hop document. So while that's going on, my friends Roy, I take it back a step further. My friend Eddie Hustle, he won a Grammy for You Remind Me from Usher. He did Girl Talk by TLC. He was a big music producer, very good friend of mine. He did a movie called Ski Trippin', which I believe it cost him $6,000 to make, and it made almost $500,000 off of it.
Wow.
So he had a really good distribution deal going on because of that. Mm-hmm. And we're supposed to do this movie called Let the Children Play. It was a horror film. And he introduced me to Roy and Joe, who are my co-owners with this building with me. And we did that movie with Living Will with Brian Dunn and Bam Margera. They brought me in. So I was the associate producer because they used some of my clips from other stuff in the film, and I was the music supervisor. That's what got me started. Mm-hmm. But meanwhile, I thought I knew everything about film. I was like, because I'm just used to film my own way. I'm a running gunner. I know how to edit. I know how to make things quick, cut, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
I don't know the whole movie side of it, how it's establishing shots and stuff like that. And so, getting to watch these guys, it was amazing. So I did a lot of music videos. So the music videos were under Shaytown Films. My hip hop documentary, I did a couple short films and other things too. So Shaytown Films is my film department. But with my artists, I've always been involved with the music side. So MTV licensed a couple of my songs. There's a TV show called Next when they hop off of the bus, a dating game. There was one called The City, which was spin off at the Hills. So I started getting credits from my distribution because I actually wrote those songs. So from there, I learned the music supervision game too by placing songs in movies, and I did about 16 films at this point. So and we got all our posters just made up this past week. We have actually opened a music supervision department store in the mall because we have.
So that's going to be on the main level of the mall when you come in. I know exactly where. Okay.
Yep. The second floor. And the purpose is because we have all these films happening here. We just signed 6 more films just for this year alone. Because we have all these films happening. Now they can see that we actually are film. Besides the film inside of it, we can actually see that. So what I want to do is build a place where we can have where all the movie people walk by, they can see that, hey, we can clear these songs now. Like let's clear them before. Let's do it before it gets too late. Mm-hmm. So I got all the posters made up for the films. So they're all hanging up. They're about to be hung up in the building. So
Wow.
yeah. I mean,
That's amazing,
we got
man.
a great film team here, man, and we have a great music team. We got the music studio, the station. Shout out to my friend Lynn Elias, who's helping us out a lot too with organizing the music incubator. So we got a good ACX1 music team as well as the ACX1 studios team.
Let me ask you this here, Rob. On 98.5 FM, approximately how many people will that reach? That's a big deal because
Yeah.
what you're doing in your music and the radio that will reach the people, I mean, that's a big deal.
So right now it's online, 98.5, it's Splash 98.5fm.com. The app should be ready shortly. And then we got the antenna. So we do want to cover all down here, Atlantic City area. Now, the thing about it is we're a rhythmic top 40 station. We already been in contact with Media Base, so all of our plays out towards Billboard. Our goal is like, well, there's, I think there's 2 other top 40 stations. They're contemporary top 40. We're more rhythmic, so it's going to be dance mixes, the mix shows, and stuff like that too. So it's a different format. And being that all, I mean, Atlantic City is a party town. I mean, we know the casino, and my friends, I know a lot of the owners of the casinos and the nightclubs. Yeah. So we know, hey, you got Marshmallow come back to town, do an advertisement on our station. Let's bring them by the station. Let's have them go on here before you go out to perform. So, and Dan Matthews, who's the program director, he has 6 other FM stations out now around the United States. Okay. So we're going to be working in conjunction with the other 6 stations. And even when he does a lot of billboard campaigns, a lot of major things, remix packages with a group called the Club Jumpers. So they're going to bring all their top clear clients here too in the station. And while they're here in the station, we get them in the studio. We do all that kind of stuff. It's
a one-stop shop.
Oh, yeah. So even the station, everything's a different strategy. You try to look, and I look at it like, over here in Jersey, we have something called Great Adventure, right? And there's Great Adventures around Six Flags. Then you have Disney. The biggest difference between Disney and Great Adventure, to me, one of the biggest things is like, even like Disney cartoons, like there's nothing like a Disney cartoon because there's so much stuff going in the background. Like the animation is not just here's a guy walking. It's like this, like here's a guy walking with butterflies and you see bugs flying by and leaves blowing and So it's always like, don't just build something everyone else is building. Let's build something and just figure out all the extra stuff no one's doing. So the studio, we have a lot of strategies with the studio, with the radio station, with the incubator, the A6 101s. Everything is like, let's make something great. Now how do we make it greater? Cool. Now how we make that greater? Cool. Now how we make that greater? Next thing you know is there's no one touching you. So
now, then how we make that global? Right.
Yeah. Even like Video Vision. Look at Video Vision. Been out since, I want to say it was out since 2009, but we relaunched it. We branded it 2012. We're shooting an episode today. I stopped the show for a while. We just started bringing it back. We just signed a 12 million household deal on Sky TV last week for the show. The show airs all over the world on broadcast television. I don't put my shows on YouTube or other platforms like that because I learned a long time ago not to, because I have brokers that broker my shows out. So to me, it's like if you put out there for free, no one's going to pay you for your content.
Right.
To me, we have deals set up where people pay us for the content. And we a couple of years ago, we're making a lot of money up because the deals changed a lot. The programs changed a lot, but we still have exclusive deals. We're still not exclusive. We have different deals than most people have. So we just signed a new deal with Sky TV. So excited. That's where we started. We started on Sky TV. That was the very first network that picked up Humag TV was Sky. And here we go, full circle.
In the date.
Yeah, full circle. Here we are back on Sky TV. Yeah. So yeah,
it's amazing how things go full circle. Well, Rob, I'd like to thank you so much for stopping by VH2, and you're always a friend here. We're going to get out to Atlantic City to see you here soon. Hopefully next month sometime.
I'm here, bro.
Is what we're doing. We're trying to clear up schedules, and we got some other stuff going on too. But man, we appreciate you so much for stopping by. Let our listeners know how to contact you. If somebody wants to contact you or interested in your label or something like that, how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah. So it's Schwartz at acx1studios.com. And usually one of the members is humag@gmail. And that's about it, man. I'm here in Atlantic City pretty much every day. And usually I'm in the 4th floor. I'm hard to find. So if you're like, I'm going to go in there and try to bump into Rob, chances are it's not going to happen. So I literally come up here like 9, 10 in the morning. And I'm here till like 2, 3 in the morning. Just working at the desk. Because it's a big building, man. There's a lot of stuff we got to handle. You know what I'm saying? But we have a lot of cool stuff coming up this summer in Atlantic City. So definitely come out and support. Check our website, HCX1 Studios. We have some of the stuff up there. We have a celebrity con coming, a wrestling con coming, a sneaker conference coming. We have all types of stuff happening here.
Right.
So,
and that'll be in the atrium down there, the wrestling and stuff like that.
It's going to be a mixture because we also did you go to the third floor?
No, I didn't go.
So
I plan on going to the third floor when I come next month.
Yeah, there you go. So
no, I'm planning on going to the fourth floor. No, the third floor. When
So the third floor is like this really long, beautiful hallway. It's all just windows overlooking the ocean. So we're kind of reinventing the conference, right? Typically it's in a square room all the time in a hotel. Ours, it's going to be on the long hallway. We set tables all up and down, and you're literally walking. Your backdrop is the Atlantic Ocean.
Wow.
So we're doing the conferences there, but the events, like the restaurant event, will be in the atrium. You know, it'll be a mixture depending on what it is. Like everything's different. Everything's unique. So we look at it first, like, all right, where's this going to benefit best and be best for the people that come to this conference? So the sneaker convention is going to be in the third floor. And then my event, the ACX1 Music Launch, we're doing a huge party on the 26th of this month, and we have almost 40 performers, including Gita Thompson, Pretty Poison, Dinko D, Mikey D. Who else we have? Paul Anthony from Full Force. We have MC Delight from Stethasonic come in, and it's like Zoe Ariana's coming now. She's a 7-year-old viral superstar on Instagram. And Camille K. So Phantom of the Beat. A lot of from UMCs. A lot of people. So anyway, the event is going to be in the very front. So when you first walk in those front doors off the boardwalk, there's a stage to the right. People don't realize that's a stage, but right to your right, right across from it's Sugar. A lot of people overlook it. They don't realize there's a platform there.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute. So when you walk in
the front door and you just stop.
To the right.
Right to your right.
I think you've got some advertisement up over there.
There was a step and repeat.
Step and repeat.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I took a picture from that step and repeat. I wish I had that picture now. Yeah. I took a picture from that damn step and repeat.
It was raised up like a stage.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing my event.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
So it depends. Everything, and the reason why we're doing that and not the back, because there were 750,000 people on the boardwalk last Memorial Day weekend. So to me, it's like, let's put it to the front so everyone walking by can see our event. So it's going to be packed because you figure 40 people performing and each one brings 3 people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're looking about, but plus the DJs, you're at 200 plus people already with everything else. That place barely holds 200 people. So it's going to be jam-packed, but we want people to know that we're open. We got stuff going on. We got some amazing tenants in our building. Come support it. Come buy some sneakers off of the Sneaker City, the Sports City. Come get some food. Get some, you know what I'm saying? Just come over and see what we got going on.
Yeah. Well, hey, Rob, again, thank you so much, my brother, for giving us your time. We'll see you next month sometime, and stay safe out there and keep doing what you're doing. Trailblazing.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks, David.
All right.
Thank you so much, Rob. Looking forward to everything that you're doing, and congratulations. Hats off to you, brother.
Thank you.